Okay, so surely we don't just leave,
Right then
right?
and there, I thought of placing the fire extinguisher on the desk so as to help steer it and set it loose on the cracked surface of the wall. I could make tracks from this place and never look back. It came to me then that doing so would make a mighty commotion, though, and these starry jamooks would be all over me like a shot. I'd never get to explore whatever it was hiding on the other side of that ladder. No.
Okay, so
There I stood, a Joe with one foot in a mystery and the other missing a shoe. They dragged me here against my will, and I wasn't gonna leave without first finding out just what the hell they were all about. I had to think of something else.
I mean, for one thing, you're not wearing one shoe. And for a second thing, that is in fact your fault. There was one shoe, and there was even 2 slippers. So we need to go up. Can we pick the lock on the hatch?
There's no visible lock to pick on it, so no.
And this door was barricaded, right? Yes, barricaded, so that's... Can we
All right.
use
Made
it as a
nice
guide
little sliding
rail
hook thing. Halfway there.
and just break this instead?
There we go. One radical red-hot ram rocket ready to go.
Yeah, that's totally not gonna make...
I'm a
Less noise.
natural-born handyman. It's ready, steady, and aimed. Fire!
That didn't look very steady.
I hope I've done you proud, Mac Viper.
Up we go. Oh yeah, this won't end poorly at all. I believe my way out is through that cracked... Oh no. Tried to mess with the starry flag, but I can't seem to break it loose. And these are all old notes. Shining... Oh. Trapezohedron. Oh, there's tar up here as well.
This looks like some kind of diary or log of some kind.
Yeah, the little info thing told me.
Unlike almost everything in this room, it looks new.
That's kind of weird. Out of all...
That seemed to make a lot of things happen at once.
Uh-oh.
All right, let's see now. October 13th.
It's so hard to get accustomed to the sickening stench of this dreadful fishing town, but apparently it's important to him that we establish our base here, so we just take it. Decorating, coming along nicely. No end to the work.
A lot of long and boring entries follow. Seems like some kind of complicated records.
Oh,
Let me
I was-
skip ahead a bit. Let's
Yeah,
see.
I was
July
expecting more.
6th.
We're all accustomed to the stench. It's probably imbued in everyone by now. Summon the Haunter, and he came in a flickering form of a tall, swarthy man with skin made of ebony. Ignored my words and asked for the book, then disappeared upon my answer. We must find it, no matter what.
July 13th.
His incomplete form is frustrating. Must find the book. We must find it. That idiot Bright left the hatch open, and Lumen snuck up here into the summoning chamber to try to get the Haunter's mark. What did the fool think would happen? We don't even bother storing their ashes in the urn anymore. Just leave them there as a reminder to anyone stupid enough to try that again.
August 6th.
Sister Halo's matchstick hobby proved to come in handy. Praise the Haunter! I could scarcely believe my senses when at last she finalized the structure and Brothers Bright and Gleam dropped the cannonball on it. Not only did it not destroy what she built, but it lodged itself in the circular space above the stone and is exerting such pressure on the latticework that you can take a shovel to it and it won't cave in. It's good to have some smart people join the ranks for a change. Only she and I know how to breach it and get to the stone, so that should at least keep our numbers from dropping.
August 7th.
Private investigator making waves in Darkham looking for leads on the book.
Wonder who that could be.
Might be a dark blessing in disguise. We just stay on his tail and track him to see if he digs up any leads.
The book? The Necronomicon? Is that
Nah,
me
probably
they're
not.
talking about? August 13th.
Some other private
Rejoice
detective
it!
looking for a book.
Very possible that the hostess's fetch dog has sniffed out the book. Time to retire him and go for the prize ourselves.
Hostess. Why did that sound familiar? Anyway, that crazily angled stone. I wanted it. If only to get back at these star-obsessed maniacs. October 13th.
It's
Okay, so
Oh,
it's
let me
just...
skip-
summon ignore
Jul-
that.
August.
I could not. It's only
August.
night.
The
It's okay. We're...
hostess. And
Yep, word. Oh, don't accidentally.
It's the first book in a row. An arcane symbol adorns its cover.
I thought it said acorn.
I guess it must have some importance to these starry loons for them to display it like this. I've opened it at its bookmark. The stone from the stars is a window on all time and space. It is within it that the haunter sleeps while the yellow sun reigns, and it is from its circular gate that the haunter's incomplete form rises when the words are spoken. Nor shall he ever rise in his true form until the forbidden book be by his side. No end to the work. It's the second book in a row. There's some kind of symbol on its cover, and that's about it.
That's somewhat
I guess it must
undescript.
have some importance to these starry loons for them to display it like this. I've opened it at its bookmark. It is known that touching the stone from the stars might cast upon a mortal being the mark of the hunter. But none should do it unless prepared to face his cold black flames and turn to ashes and dust. No living soul can know whom the haunter chooses to mark and grant vision beyond time and place. No end to the work. It's the third book in a row. The cover consists entirely of a weird symbol.
Again, fairly nondescript.
I guess it must have some importance to these starry loons for them to display it like this. I've opened it at its bookmark. For the butcher is the end of all, and the followers of him who lingers at the night's threshold must keep the slaying one from ever setting eye or laying hand upon the book. The butcher brings but... The rest is unreadable. The butcher? Huh. That's new. Whoa!
Wha- Judging by what I've read, that strange, here we go again, Trapezohedron thing is of great importance. Is of great importance to these lunatics. Tit for tat, they kidnap me and deny me footwear, symmetry. I take their precious stone. Mama K-type didn't raise no pushover. This is like a whole. Why is there a cannonball?
Looks like these cuckoo birds tried to tear up the windows and failed miserably. Why not just buy some shutters or... what am I saying? They're completely bonkers. I've played with tar enough for today.
I guess we just examine all of the things.
Quite powerful. It's a magnifying lens, the convex type. I don't think I can pry it out with my bare hands. An immense rusty telescope hanging intimidatingly overhead. Its most interesting feature, a big convex magnifying lens.
You think maybe we're gonna need that for some sort of puzzle?
Wouldn't know what to do with it.
Such as the beam of a light over
These
here.
dummies tried their best to tar the windows up, but an intense orange light symbolically shines through. It bathes the crazy matchstick structure in a warm glow that strikingly contrasts with the whole starry death cult thing.
Wait. If we focus the light beam and light one of the matches and this burns up, won't the cannonball fall down and crush the shiny trapezohedron? There we go.
Dust motes in the light and everything. Nice.
Or we could just pick it up, I
Pretty
guess.
martial-looking cannonball suspended somehow above that glowing rock by some order of matchstick engineering genius. It's probably there as an extra deterrent to anyone wanting to snatch that purple thing below. It looks really heavy. Like, really heavy.
I think that's
It's held
the
in
point.
place firmly by the match's structure. Quite impressive and unmovable.
How is it held in place?
The inscription above it says, "Here lie in ashes all brothers and sisters foolish enough to think that the stone from the stars chose them to be marked by the haunter." If the inscription is to be believed, those are human remains in there. I have no use for former cultists, in ash form or not.
I mean, we could just take a scoop.
There's a drawer
Never
underneath
know.
this urn thing. It doesn't look like it has a lock or anything. Inside the dusty drawer, there was one solitary
There we
rusty
go.
spoon. Unwritten private investigator wisdom says you never know when you could use a rusty spoon.
Again, are you sure you don't want to scoop up cultist?
For a second, I considered carrying multiple cultists around in my pocket in ash form. You know, like a conversation piece. Then, I thought better.
Yeah, you don't want them just loose in your pocket. We need some sort of
It's a
receptacle.
strange, self-illuminating weirdly angled rock thing.
Thank you.
Its placement and the highly original security system tell me that this dingus must be of some critical importance to these starry knowledge jamooks. It could be red, or purple, or red and purple at the same time. Hard to tell.
I'm not even entirely certain which of them I'm clicking on.
Shiny. I'm not the kind of Joe what believes in the woo-woo, but this thing gives me a tough run of the heebies and jeebies, while at the same time, kinda calling to me.
Uh-oh.
A delicate and intricate latticework of what looked to be matches, surrounding some jagged, shimmering stone and somehow supporting the kind of cannonball what looks like it was made to bring down battleships. I realize how crazy that sounds, yet here it is before me. It's made out of matches. Matches! I really want to get my greedy private investigator paws on that crazily angled stone. Matches. Matches.
Yes, matches.
Biting my lip, eyes half closed with anticipation, I flicked my finger at one match, then another.
Is it a light anywhere match?
The apparently fragile construction proved to be impervious to my attempts at unbalancing it. There was damn good engineering when you needed it the least. The structure would not collapse, no matter what.
Don't worry, I think we can sort that out.
The dubious match-constructed security structure won't let me get my hands on it. That's some kind of a cult scratch. Looks to symbolize that shine rock on the pedestal. It's making me a little uneasy if I'm being honest. It's just a drawing. Eerie, but a drawing. I examined the darkened stone altar that held the Trapezohedron. Creepy thing. Unusual markings
Quite neat
adorned all sides of
coffee
it.
table.
It looked as though it had been subject to intense high-temperature conditions more than once. I shuddered at the thought of it being sacrificial. Fine dust surrounded it on all sides, gently blown to and fro by the draft coming from the open hatch. No idea how they got it up here, but I'm not budging it. That much is obvious.
You think we could pry the lens off with the spoon?
I carefully placed the spoon in between the lens and the metal covering and
Yes, we can.
voila! The lens was now mine.
And then we use that
The
on
lens
the...
is way too dirty to let any light pass through.
Actually, let's...
I got this convex lens from that huge telescope. It's filthy. Blech.
There we go. Now we should be able to... do that. That's a
Sweet.
pretty solid piece of shiny rock.
I most certainly did not burst into cold black flames. So much for this numbskull cult's credibility. It
I'm
did
also slightly
feel,
surprised.
Weird.
Got the stone. Did not expire by touching it, but it feels so strange. Could this weird rock be of any use to me? I mean, we could probably pry
It's
something
that
open with it,
crazily
or
angled rock
hit
I
someone
lifted
with
off
it,
these
or
starheads. I hope I'm wrong,
throw
but I
at
feel
something
like it's
for it to
somehow
come down.
working on me. Damn.
I think we've done everything. I guess we just go down. Now what? Do we just go, hey, I got the rock thing, could you open the door?
Barricaded from the other side. Makes sense that they'd shut me.
Hmm. It seemed like at some point we need to get this down. But I mean... Wait, could we cut?
Wrapping this thing up won't make it any less freakish.
Oh. Hmm. What on earth could we...
I ain't getting past those bars without some heavy-duty power tools.
And I'm pretty sure we don't have any of those. Don't. We didn't miss anything upstairs, did we? Surely not.
I can't just throw the rock at the wall with a pitching arm and a prayer. This is the wrong kind of temple for that.
Hmm. Did I miss something? There is a hole in it, it looks like. So it could be, like, put onto something. Something vaguely stick-shaped. I assume we still cannot pick up the cannonball. We can pick up the cannonball. Do we just break it with the...
That would require a cannon.
I mean, that is fair, yes. And to my knowledge, we do not possess one. We couldn't break the windows with it, could we?
I ain't throwing it out there.
Hmm. I assume we don't want it to be sticky with tar. I mean, we could just...
I couldn't swing this cannonball up past my height, let alone up there.
Oh, but we might be able to get this down now. That we have a cannonball in our pocket.
All right, I am now one cannonball heavier. Let's see what happens.
And there's a stick.
That was a first. And a last.
Give me this.
It's the former standard. Now it's just a flagpole. It looks really useful.
Yes, I imagine as much. Thank you for giving it a purple color so I can actually see it with the black.
It would almost fit, but it'd be too loose. I need it firmly stuck in there.
Try to combine the flagpole with the starry stone, but it didn't stick. Well, we can. Would tar help? And do we then just use it as a pickaxe to go through the wall? Could I, for example...
Let's get this stick, sticky.
Could we not put that back in our pocket? Alrighty.
There's just one thing I want to say before I do it.
Oh. Let's go with this one.
Hammer time!
Alrighty, we can do that too. Oops. Chapter 3, Fishmouth.
All right, you two, here we are. Just call me when you need my services. I'm getting as far away from this dump as possible. See yous.
Yeah, thanks. So, here we are, Kitty. Fishmouth.
It doesn't look as bad as I was expecting.
Is this foul, rotting sea life odor in any way mouth-watering to you?
Please, it's sickening, and I'd literally rather be anywhere else right now, but we've got a job to do.
Let's find Finman's before we revisit my lunch and dinner.
Alrighty.